What's happened? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I could hear them from the other side of London. Oh. Oh my God, oh God forbid then something must happen to one of the major characters. Jesus.
Put it on Insta, look. They had NADIA filming. Why aren't they doing anything? Just a second bit. I'm just... It's just been such an exciting day.
Oh my God.
Honestly, it's an absolute pit in there. A pit. They are loving every bloody second. I love it. I love that they're so passionate.
Stick with that. Oh my God. Nanny Di's going to kill me. I've forgotten to water the plants for days. Oh, and it's been so hot, so dry. Oh my God, that's the girl still screaming from Stranger Things. I've got to go in 15 minutes, Nad. Hey? Yes, please. I'd love a coffee. God, I just tried to have a nap before we go to the theatre. Anyway, I've got to water the plants. I'm worried everything's died. So we're about to head out, and the play we're going to see is called Sweat. Okay, we're back. We came back because, quite frankly, we don't know how to say this, but, well, we do. The play was shit. It was like a sixth form play, and it's on in the West End, and thousands, hundreds of creatives will have rubber stamped that and said, green lit it and said, yeah, that's a go, and it was bad. So we left. Which is quite shocking because most people don't often leave. Now, anyway, so we're hours hence. But guess what we're most excited about? We're back for Love Island, aren't we, Nad?
Yay!
So from high culture to low culture, we know which we prefer tonight. A bit of Love Island, but it's still going. The marathon is still going. You can't see anything in there. And it's clearly very near the end. There's a lot of crying.
How many hours?
There's a lot of crying. Kiki's got her head in her hands.
How many hours has this been?
I mean,
No, seriously.
Listen. Come here.
It's sobbing.
What have you done, Stranger Things? What have you done? I knew there was going to be some emotional stuff, but Kiki is in absolute...
How long have they been watching? It's probably just been that time.
They've been doing it... Well, they were always going to binge watch it, and I'm slightly concerned now because she's going to... We're going to review this series, but they were going to watch it first, then I'm going to watch each episode and then review it with them. But... Oh my God.
You need to get some egg. You've been in here for hours. Are you crying because it's finished? Oh, sweetheart.
Okay, so something very, very serious happens in Stranger Things. Kiki is very, very upset. I'm going to have another cocktail sausage.
Absolute bitch. I've never seen her cry like that.
Does she say what's
No,
happened?
she can't speak. She said it's just so sad. The end is just so sad. They never expected it. It's just
Well,
so
that's what the
sad.
cast said. They said it's the most emotional thing. Oh no, is it the end of a... Oh God.
What's happened?
Oh, it's alright, I'm over here. Oh my God, Maddie, your eyes. Let's have a look.
Absolute wreck.
You need some air. Come on, let's go out in the garden. Oh my darling. We were all so loud. Sweetheart.
What was that?
Do you think we should have let her watch it all in one go?
Darling, this is the successful impact that a creative series has had on them, not them being locked in a room.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's the content.
I know.
It's been part of her life for years.
It's like the days of the Beatles. This is what girls used to be like about the Beatles.
She's been crying on the floor saying she just wants to die.
She's been crying on the floor saying she wants to die.
Yeah, and that she's going to throw up and that she thinks she's going to have a heart attack. Because she keeps seeing their faces on her Instagram and she reminds her of it.
Do you think we should call a doctor?
She's definitely going to need therapy for a while. I think we all are. You should have heard us in there when you were out. It was just like...
Oh, we heard stuff through the door, yeah.
No, but when it happened.
When it happened, oh, right.
Well, you know, you could just go to the toilet inside. Kiki.
It was an amazing season though.
Yeah, on the bright side.
Yeah, this is all positive. Oh.
I just want to die.
She's on the floor saying she just wants to die. I'm going to slip away. My guy, you're not okay.
I have got an overwhelming urge to do a handstand. I want to do one.
I think she shouldn't because I think she's going to cause herself a terrible injury. She is
What do you think,
determined.
Christine? Should I do it?
I think you should do it.
You think I should
Do you think she should do it, Carol? Don't do it, Simone. What do you think? I think she shouldn't do it because she's going to break her sodding neck or pull her shoulder out. Oh no! Hang on, let me turn the camera around then. Hang on. What if?
People normally know. Right. People normally know. I suddenly got nervous.
She's going to pop her shoulder.
I've never done a handstand before.
Go on, go.
How'd you do it?
Just run. How did you do it?
Oh, right, okay.
Donna, you show her. In your yellow dress.
You're nervous that your whole force I just really feel I need to do it.
Your hand's quite close.
Right.
Simone, you get that side.
Oh God.
Go on then.
It's like
I just was going to show you how to do it.
Oh,
I was right!
oh my God, we told you not.
What did I just say?
She thinks she's fucking 16. Oh my God, did you see her? We were right.
Really close there, actually.
Hey, she was. Oh, she was nowhere near.
You just take your arms out.
What happened?
I was ready for your legs.
You've got concussion. Don't break Simone's helmet. No, you need more.
I had fear. I had fear.
No fear, no fear.
No fear.
Because once you do it
I
once,
think-
you can do it.
I think you should take off the helmet because now because you can't smash it. They're about 1,000
What about my bloody head? It's safe now, it's safe now. Hang it away.
No, but it's not.
Just get a bit closer to the door.
Yeah.
I think you should start with
Keisha, nowhere near the fucking door.
new eye exercises, and this is a dumbbell lift, okay, of the eyes. This is a press up.
Are you joking? You're joking, aren't you?
Dumbbell lift. This exercises the very edges of your eyes and
You're
prevents
joking.
you from getting
That
wrinkles.
Mum didn't actually give it to you, did she?
No, these are I've discovered these.
Oh, you've discovered these.
So
Just wasting seconds of your life.
okay, subs, it's Friday, it's home time. Have you recovered from Stranger Things?
No.
Are you texting your buddy, Millie Bobby Brown, who just
No.
happened to what? Share your Insta story again.
Twice, yeah. Mad.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Nosebleed,
I've got
cue
so many
nosebleed.
followers.
She's got so many followers from it. We're going to pick up Nanny Di from Crystal Palace because then we're going to go down to West Norwood Picture House to see Midsummer.
Midsommar.
And I keep hearing in all the reviews it's a comedy. It's a comedy horror.
Oh.
It's like comedy and horror. So anyway, so we're heading off. Nadia is nearly home. She's going to be holding home base. We're going to be in the cinema. I'm not going to be eating popcorn, and I want to be eating popcorn. What do you like to eat at the cinema, guys? Maddie
I
goes for
love popcorn.
medium salty
Salty
popcorn every time.
I used to always get sweet and then I had it too much and it put me off, so now I only have salty.
Describe my meltdown when you used to order stuff.
Oh yeah, Dad's strict. Like I'll just be with Dad, just me and him, and I'll say I want like a Diet Coke and salty popcorn, and he'll totally stress out and can't remember it, and I'm like, that was.
I'm like, just wait till we get to the line. Wait, hang on. I can't hold it all in my.
it's so
I get into a
weird.
complete sort of weird. It's weird. I can multitask on other things, but I can't remember what we're going to eat in a supermarket. In a supermarket, in a cinema. Maddie is illegally going to see this film. Doesn't matter if you hear this now, because we'll have got her in. But she's 16, nearly going on 17, and this is an 18. Which means it's going to be pretty gory. Or either so funny it could kill us. Maybe that's why it's an 18. Here you go, subs. This is her arrival. This is Nanny Di arriving for the weekend. Do, 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 do.
Oh, you look gorgeous. Hello. Look, incredibly thin.
Thin?
Yes,
Far from it.
thin.
Hello.
Subs.
Hello.
Hello, Subs.
Come on in, quick. We've got a race to the cinema. Now we come here.
Yeah, but how come you...
How are you?
Good.
You ready for a comic Wicker Man horror film?
Yes, I
What
think
happened
so.
to your cheek, mate?
Cheek.
What's your cheek?
Hair, I've got
Say
hair.
hello to the subs properly.
Hello, Subs. Is that properly?
Yeah, that's properly. Did you bring your camera?
Yes.
Hey!
But I don't know if it's any good.
I don't know, people just want to know what you've seen.
No, but how can you...
I'll get it out of the... Don't worry, I'll work that out.
I don't think you'll be
I
able
will.
to.
I'll put a
I don't
lead
think
into
you'll
your
be able
camera.
to,
Have you got your
Subs.
camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
But the things are all... Oh, God.
What's that? There's something crawling around in here.
Ah.
Ah!
Doesn't she look gorgeous?
Doesn't she look gorgeous? Isn't
Believe
she
me, you look
gorgeous?
gorgeous too.
Do you like my pyjama shirt?
I do. Like it very much. Nice. No, seriously. Why are you looking like that? You don't, obviously.
Of course I do.
All
I
right.
wouldn't wear it. Say what? You had Pilates today?
I had my Pilates lesson today before I came, Subs, and somebody was taking over because our normal teacher wasn't there. And I have to say, he was the oddest, a man that I've ever seen. I didn't know he was a man, first of all. There
Right.
was this extremely slim person rocking about on a mat when I went in,
Right.
with stringy sort of red hair. Turns
Right.
out his name's Richie.
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 Sounds like a Richie.
And he was telling us to do all these exercises lots of them were exercises that I've done before. But one of them involved being on your stomach, putting your feet up at the back together, and
What? That sounds-
hitting them together like a seal. That's called the seal pose. What is he making this up?
Wouldn't it be funny, Maddie, if basically there were rogue Pilates
Yeah,
teachers
just-
going in and saying, like, this is the new move. You have
Oh,
to clap your hands like a sea lion.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I thought, oh my God, this has become a thing where exactly that. Rogue Pilates teachers are going around getting us all to do stupid things.
Attach this toilet roll to your head and lean forward. This is the unicorn pose.
Exactly. And
in the beginning, you see, because I had to say to them, I always have to say to them, look, I can do everything, but nothing on my knees because of a false knee. And I think he looked at me like it's like such a withering look. He said, well, that's more or less everything then.
Have you noticed whenever I complain of a sore knee, whatever yoga teacher we've had, have you noticed Maddie just looks at me like that?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you're imperfect?
Withering look, yeah.
Imperfect.
Look at you like, then why the hell did you come here?
Yeah. It's like,
Because
well,
everything we've got to do involves you.
Exactly.
and I always feel like saying, just because my knees are a bit weak doesn't mean I don't want to partake in your yogic Pilates. Madam.
She looks so stylish. I need to get a snippet.
Oh, how funny.
And your bag's pink.
Oh my God. So it is, it's all pink subs. Pink subs. Pink. Thank you.
You're trying to tell me that Nan's a fashion icon?
Yeah. People need to take advice from Nans.
We need to take advice from your colour coordinator. Oh yeah, you are pink.
Oh, pink.
Oh my God. Oh, has everything been dyed in the wash?
No. I don't have a washing machine.
Oh, that's true. How do you wash your clothes?
By hand. That's why I
By
don't-
hand. She hand washes.
That's why I
You need a mangle.
Do you?
I do.
You need a mangle.
That's
Remember the old-fashioned mangles?
That's,
Did Nan have a mangle?
she did.
I remember a mangle.
1950s.
Well,
Yeah.
it's even further back than that, the 1920s. I think.
Imagine putting your arm through a mangle. That's what they used to mean when they say your arm's
know.
mangled.
I
Because
know.
it was
What's
like
the mangle?
it was a
Oh,
the
the
thing that
two- the rollers
flattens, no,
together.
flattens things.
Well, it was ages since we've all been-
Come on, dance. Dance. Called the cinema dance. Give us a shout. Are you going to take a photo, Mads? Hey. We made it in. We made it in.
Morning, guys. No, not morning. We're talking about home time. Oh my God, I've got this on again. I think I've got to be a bit careful with this because it's becoming like, you know, when you just become a bit slobby and wear your grey dressing gown all the time. It's become a bit like that. But honestly, I'm so hot. I just can't bear the thought of anything else on because it's just, look at it. It's just so cool. The air gets in from the side, from underneath, from the top. It doesn't pull. It's just so nice. And the colour, I mean, it's pride, you know. But I am worried that it's that... Mark's probably going, oh my God, not that bloody thing again. Oh, I've got to just sit by the window. It's been just a long, hot day. Got really early this morning because Kay and I did our walk to work, which we do every Friday on our Instagram. So 8 a.m. every Friday we do a live walk to work. If you want to watch that, we have really good fun. We never plan anything like here. We never plan anything. We just literally turn the camera on and do it, and we always just have such fun. So did the show, and then did an interview, which was supposed to take 45 minutes with a newspaper, and it took an hour and a half. And so with my bad tooth, the heat, and then I had to go to Westfield and change a load of... Why did they make it so bloody difficult to change stuff? Well, we know why they do in shops, so that you won't bloody change it. So I waited, you know those interminable queues in Primark that snake around the shop? So I waited in that queue for probably 20 minutes, 25 minutes, because I was convinced that I've seen people getting their refund at the till. I got there, she said, no, sorry, upstairs. I was like, I just couldn't face it because it was so hot. What is it about Primark? It's so bloody hot. And so I bought some stuff, some bits and pieces. So I bought that, but then it was really heavy. I dragged that all around Westfield. And then a group of kids followed me all round going, it is her, it is her, it is her. Go on, go and ask. It is her, it is her, it is her. Which just today, because I was tired, I just couldn't be asked. But anyway, I ended up stopping and chatting to them, and then they wanted to chat for ages. Then I couldn't get away. It's just one of those days. Whereas if I hadn't been like a bit ill with this, because I didn't get a lot of sleep again last night, I would have been fine. But I'm just knackered. Anyway, Mark and Nanny Di are at the cinema. Kiki is still distraught about Stranger Things. I mean, I came in and she said, I'm properly depressed. And I have just been tearing my room apart, trying to look for something that I can wear for Pride tomorrow, which I'm really excited about going to. Pride, it's the 50th year anniversary of Pride, I didn't realise that. So I'm going on the ITV bus. Stay there, let me just put you here. Let me just put you there. This is what ITV have given me to wear. Right? How boring is that? And I don't know about you, but I just feel fatter in the hot weather. I don't know whether it's because I just feel swollen or whatever. So I've just been pulling things on and off. The only thing that kind of looks all right with it is denim jeans, but it's so bloody hot. I can't wear them. Sorry, I feel like I've just turned this camera on just to moan to you. I'm really sorry. I shall have a good talk with myself and then I'll think of something nicer to say to you rather than just moaning. Didn't have time to do my Lizzie Wyndham Reid workout this morning, so while the house is empty, I'm doing it whilst watching Mediterranean Below Deck on Hey UK and thinking about what I'm going to cook for dinner. Multitasking. I want you to listen to the birds, but I realised you can't hear them properly on here, so I'll take you out. It's like every bird suddenly stopped singing. That was hilarious. Right, guys, come with me. We need you to nag us. You've helped us do so much, but we need you again, okay? You know how we got the laundry room done? Well, look at this. And look in here. We've got the teenage room done. We've got the laundry room done. But we can't seem to get past this stage. Can you please nag us and nag us and nag us and nag us and say, come on, guys, we want to see it finished. Come on, guys, we want to see it sorted. Honestly, it really helps me and Mark when you do it. We wouldn't have done any of this. This would still be totally ram-jammed. Did you see the telly's up? This would still be totally ram-jammed of stuff. Ram-jammed with stuff if it wasn't for you. So please nag us. Please. Or, yeah, nag us. That'd be good. Workout done. I'm so hot. So hot. So, I was just pondering as to whether I would have vodka and tonic. What I'd really like is a glass of rosé. Just pondering having a vodka tonic and just sitting out on the balcony and looking at all the lovely flowers that oh, by the way, I'm doing chicken if you're wondering what that is. And then Kiki came down with her friend. We're hungry, Mum. We need food. Which is good, because that swerved me from having a little vodka tonic. Do you ever just get really bored of making dinner and feeding the dogs? And so irritating. So irritating. You come in and the dogs are like, feed. Kids, feed. Just makes you think of the days when you were just kid-free and you just like get a bag of chips on the way home, a couple of pints in the pub. No, I love them. I really do.
We're back from the cinema. I'm still wearing my pyjama shirt.
Isn't it nice shirt?
And hey guys, well, oh, look what I've got. Anyway, so we've just come in from seeing Midsommar, the much heralded latest film by the Hereditary director. And we ain't going to say too much because we're going to be doing a review about it. So go over there. But if you liked Hereditary, you should check out our review.
Yeah, it's really hot and I have to be this interview and it went on for an hour and a half, and you know, like journalists is just.
Yeah.
But
Journalists.
But yeah, but
thing about journalists is they always ask questions. Have
I
you
was
noticed
just
that?
saying to Nanny Di, because obviously I'm going to Pride tomorrow.
Yeah.
With ITV, so I was just asking Nanny Di what it was like when she went, because there's been a lot of complaining recently that it's become too much of a festival rather than a political thing.
Too corporate.
Yeah, too corporate.
But that's the opposite argument, though, isn't it?
No, too corporate is that there's
It's
just.
become that because it's become more accepted.
But some activists would say that things haven't become more acceptable and it's lost its political edge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what they
but
are
also,
saying. But what was it like when? Was it more political when you used to go?
it was in the beginning, but it was firmly divided between gay men and lesbians.
Oh, you
Yeah.
said that before. They used to
Yeah,
be
you've
really
mentioned
against
this.
each other.
Yeah.
Gay.
Yeah.
So
And,
tell us more.
Well, it's difficult to explain to people how rigid that was, because
Try
it
me.
just sounds so. Well, you know, to give an example, that
Yeah.
whole thing of me having a boy child and not being allowed almost to have a boy child.
Yeah, but that was the feminist movement, wasn't it?
The
So
lesbian feminist we're talking about now.
right. So was lesbianism in the 70s and 80s? When did Pride start?
70s.
So was lesbianism in the 70s very much intersected with feminism?
Yes. Well, that's the whole debate.
Ah.
I mean, some people came to it because they were, you know, the born again, not born again, but I was born gay sort of, say like Lee or people like that who, you know, knew from the moment they were.
So what you're saying, there was internecine, is it internecine?
Very.
Internecine
that mean?
arguing, where
Arguing,
you
yeah, yeah.
internal debate and sort of squabbling.
Yeah. But
So-
more than debate, it's what I just realised as I was talking to Nadia was that there wasn't really. I'm trying to think why I stopped going.
Right.
And it was long before they started charging, so it wasn't that. And I think it was because
Charging?
the group. Well,
They
you
charge
have to
to go
pay
down the
now.
parade now.
You have to
Do
pay.
they?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what Maddie said. I
It's
didn't
become.
know
Yeah,
that.
no. You have to pay.
I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that the corporate thing is about. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's brilliant that corporations. Let's face it, corporations are in everything.
Doesn't the money from the corporations go to
Yes.
charitable?
Yes. It's
I don't know.
supposed to.
Does it? We should
It's
interrogate that.
supposed to. Well, no,
Or
somebody
are
will.
corporations recognising the strength of the pink pound and wanting
Yes,
to capitalise?
I would say so.
There's nothing different there. I mean, that's what they do.
I mean, it seems to me, and this is what I got so fed up about the whole sort of structure of it, was everybody's got to be fighting with everybody.
Right.
And yeah, that word that you used, which I'm never quite sure
Internecine.
how to say it, but
Internecine?
yeah,
Internecine?
is the absolute sort of
So you had lesbian feminists having a go at lesbians because the
Yes.
lesbians felt that the feminist lesbians had only become lesbian as an
Yes.
act of feminist politics
yes,
Rather than they-
yes,
rather than because they were born
yes,
gay.
yes,
And,
exactly.
and then presumably, how was the male gay community? I always remember as a kid the male gay community being sort of quite hostile towards lesbians.
Well, they didn't. Yeah, in a way, it's interesting you should say that.
I mean, that
Yeah,
was my
'cause they
sense
were,
of it.
They
I'm
were
not saying-
hostile by default in the sense that they didn't recognise them as
Right.
even there. Which, in a way, because
there was
they
a
never
bit of
wanted to have
misogyny
a front. Yeah.
So there's a bit of misogyny from the male gay community. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So eventually, when you got the sort of joining up of,
Hmm.
oh, and also say like the lesbian feminists in the days when I was going hated drag. You couldn't
Oh.
have drag.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
drag was the end. You know, drag was
really?
the ends of the earth. Yeah. So
Ah.
in that respect, I mean, it's taking the piss out of women.
So by the sounds of it, it sounds like you could argue that it's much better today than it was than it was in your day. Because in
More
your day,
fun,
everyone
maybe.
was fractured.
Yeah.
Whereas perhaps now is it more? I mean, I know there are lots of issues around transgender, and
Yeah.
I know there are different feelings about that within
Yeah.
gay communities,
Yeah.
isn't there? And why did you stop going? Because it was just too stressful.
Because
You get into
there was
fights.
no way that sort of I felt at the time, which sounds dreadful, I don't know who'll be watching this, is that I could get away from the lesbian feminist thing of just having a good time.
Oh, right.
And dancing behind the floats and doing whatever without being pulled up
Ah.
Not being militant enough.
for not being militant enough. And I just got fed up with it. So in
wow.
the end, it was easier not to go.
It's that terrible thing
It's
of
terrible.
if you're a feminist, you're not feminist enough, and if
No.
you're a lesbian, I mean, the poor woman who's been cast as Catwoman has been accused of not being lesbian enough. I mean, she identifies as lesbian. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there is this sort of...
What does not lesbian enough even
Precisely. Well, it's from the...
That sounds like prejudice
Well,
in
no,
itself.
Yeah. But
Certainly
you
seems
just
to be
saying that
more
you
fun.
just wanted to go and dance behind a float. It
Yeah.
sounds like today you probably could just go and dance behind a float.
Well, no. Ironically, as long as I paid my money a year in advance,
Right.
I would go and dance where I like.
Because Pete, what's the name of that guy? Peter Tatchell.
Tatchell, bless him.
Peter
he's been
Tatchell,
around
yeah,
for
who I have to
years.
say sometimes can come across as a bit humorless.
He is human.
Yeah, but he was on television saying it's forgotten. He's saying it's not that it's forgotten its origins, but he feels that the balance has shifted away from raising sort of awareness around bullying, because he was using examples of how bullying and the isolation of people in communities, he said, essentially outside of London.
Yeah, no.
Is as bad in many regards as it's always been.
Yeah.
I suppose by people celebrating together of all different sexualities, you are showing those that
you
aren't
don't
there
care.
yet
Yeah.
that it's just the norm.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just,
Yeah.
I always thought that the great thing about the word pride as a word for it, and I remember you going, and I remember intercepting it a couple of times. I've seen the word pride as that is the political activism of it, is that we're proud about who we are, and that is enough.
Yes.
Yeah, and the straight people there are going, good for you.
Out of support,
Yeah, we're here to support
I mean,
you and celebrate with
Yeah,
you.
and there was a line, and maybe it's still out there somewhere, that a lot of people used to say, define yourself as lesbian whether you are or not, in support of the lesbians. So whether you
Well, that's
think,
bonkers.
well,
I mean,
I
that's
can
just
understand it. I can understand
But that is not being true to yourself.
No, but at the
your
time maybe we
generation
needed
of-
more support. I don't know. Have you ever heard of the thing called Lesbian Line, where people phone up for advice?
No.
Lesbian Line. It's staffed by volunteers. It's been there for years, since the very beginning. It's gone through all its sort of things of feminist, political, humorless, then coming back a bit and being a bit more. No, Lee phoned a Lesbian Line and said, I need to talk about my girlfriend, and then Wendy answered it and said, oh, is that Lee? And Lee said, is that Wendy? I wanted to talk to somebody about Ty.
Oh, so what you need to understand, my mum was having a relationship with Wendy and Lee,
Oh
or had a
my
relationship
God.
with Lee. Yeah.
That's awful.
Well, it's awful, but it's
Well, dinner's going
also...
cold.
Whose dinner is
Mark's.
it? Oh, yeah, I was going to say, it's so funny at the
That is
same
funny.
time.
That's so
And it also shows you what a small world it was.
Small community
Yeah.
it was.
Because believe me, I wasn't...
Well, there you go.
Well, I'll be
Little bit of a-
dancing in the streets for you tomorrow,
Oh,
darling.
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
I didn't even offer you anything.
yummy, yummy, yummy,